Hello, welcome back to From Soft Serve. I am alive. I have come back. My COVID is still here, but my voice doesn't sound like I'm in an actual garbage disposal anymore. So I figured I could actually record, and I feel pretty decent. So I've missed y'all. Hope everyone is well. Still working on the Bearer of the Curse mod, which, happy to announce that Trivia, who I've worked with previously on DS2 related things and just helping me with all kinds of texture issues and knowledge and whatnot, has joined the project to work on, textures for armor, landscape stuff, and also, obviously, weapons and whatnot. Oh, did that point light turn off? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's weird. Ooh, don't like that. Wait, what is that based on? Oh, I don't like that. Okay, that sucks. But also, baked lighting and the way that the filters work in the game. And because the filters are like G params they're identical essentially for Bloodborne and Elden Ring, DS3, they moved to that instead of the draw params that DS1 uses. Damn it, the shadow's turned off again. Fucking hell. The shadow limit of this engine is super annoying. But yeah, so she's going to be working on that, and kind of what I'll show off in this video. But the main thing for this video is actually something that she alerted me to. God, that is awful. That is nasty. Where the hell is that coming from? Is the player lantern. So, as you know, the player lantern is in all of the Souls games, and as you walk, it illuminates your surroundings. In DS2 lighting engine, there's basically just like a slider, and you can turn it off. But it's like game wide, right? You're gonna blow that shit up. Okay, dog. You know what? That was kind of fucking rude. But yeah, you can kind of slide it off, but unfortunately it's like game wide, so you have to turn it on and off. So in this mod, we're actually adjusting the player light dot param, or just player light param, and that actually adjusts the radius, the color, on a per collision basis. So it's really cool. So we can make some nice adjustments. But the main thing is how it looks. So Trivia clued me in that in the early footage for Dark Souls 2, they actually had the player lantern slightly in front of the character. And not where in the released game, it's actually inside of the character. Now you might be wondering, why the fuck does that matter? I was kind of saying the same thing. I was like, I don't know. I don't know that that's a big deal. So we're going to go to my Twitter. It's kind of busted, but it's just easier if I go to it, because we will have a comparison. And don't worry about these pictures. There's a story to these pictures. Don't worry about it. It's cool pictures. I did comparisons. Yeah. Okay. So this is the original player lantern in the gutter. And then this is after the adjustment. And so basically we're moving the X and Y coordinate, or X, Y, and Z coordinate offsets for where the player lantern point light is located in relative to the character, but it's actually relative to the camera rotation as well. And that's how I was figuring out where to put it, right? But you'll see it's a much more natural lighting on the character itself. Now, this is not the best comparison. This is another one where you'll see it's like, no, it's okay. And then, you get this nice little specular and light on the armor. And then the face gets lit up way, way better. Yeah, here's a good example. So this is how it was in this interior spot in Forest of the Fallen Giants. And your character is just pitch black, but there's this lantern that is obviously illuminating. And so you're like, well, that looks like dog shit. And that's kind of how it was in certain dark areas. And then after the player lantern fix, you now get this nice illumination. And it actually rotates with the camera. So when you rotate the camera, you're basically illuminating whatever side of the character the camera is looking at. Because at first I realistically put the player lantern in front of the player character. Well, the problem was the camera is always looking mostly at the back of the character. So the illumination was always opposite to where the camera was facing, and it didn't make any sense. So I had to basically think about it in the opposite fashion to do it correctly. And part of that is that in the pre-release footage, it looks, I think it includes, yeah, so this is actually from the release trailer. You can see that the player lantern is actually illuminating the Faram Knight here. And that's what Trivia sent me. And I was like, oh shit, that looks cool. Also, really cool shot in Forest of the Fallen Giants with some of the filter edits that Trivia's been making. Really cool. And I also was messing around. This dust effect that you see here is actually from Huntsman's Copse in that bonfire room after you kill the chariot. And you can actually move that SFX into other rooms. And it's this really cool, like, fake volumetric effect. Like, oh my god, there's dust. And it's really cool. And you can actually place that in other maps. Not 100%. As I've learned, it doesn't always work. It's actually used in the last giant cutscene, but not in the actual room when you get there. So it's like cutscene specific. But weirdly, I haven't been able to place it in Forest of the Fallen Giants because I ported it from Huntsman's Copse, and it didn't end up working, but it worked in Majula. So I don't know why that is. Yeah, so here's the original screenshot. This is from the bonfire room in Huntsman's Copse. And it's really only like used here and in the last giant cutscene. But like, it's really nice. Now, of course, when you rotate the camera, it kind of falls apart a little bit because it's camera dependent. But I still thought it was kind of fucking cool, right? We need to get out of here. Big dog. And let's go to Majula or Madura. Oh, actually, I have something else to show too. Oh, that's really fucking cool, dude. Yeah, let's go to Majula. In the params, it's known as Madura, I think. Maduro? It's Maduro or Madura. Random fact. Yeah, so currently in Majula, it's getting filter edits and sort of... Trivia will use the term spherical harmonics, and I'm going to be real with you. I barely know what that means, but Trivia does, and it's something that they use for textures. And so, this is all very work in progress, but we want the game to look... Essentially, the North Star for this mod is the pre-release footage, because there was a focus on basically the torch and darkness and like put the actual dark in Dark Souls. So one example of that, let me light a torch here, because what I'm doing is I am going through the game and I'm adding more torch pyres / sconces that you can light. So this one here is new. I've added this one, so that way, oh no, I think the shadow casting turned off. What the shit? Oh, that's back. Yeah, there's been something weird with some of the things where it's like kicking back my changes. Because I made this torch pyre obviously from like copying the one over there and then setting a new map object instance param, which was, you know, cash money as hell, really cool, worked. And then I had to basically turn off shadow casting and then turn it back on, and then it would work, but now it's once again not working. So I might just have to settle for shadow casting not working on those, which sucks ass, but like, it is what it is. So if we head this way, which is another example of the player lantern looking sick as hell on the character. Because now you get this just really cinematic, fucking awesome look on the character. But let's head this way towards Forest of the Fallen Giants. And then I do have a Twitter video to show. Because I found something really cool in the params that seemingly has not been discovered yet. Maybe? That seems... Oh my god, damn it. I didn't fix this texture yet. Fuck. Yay, okay, so this one is still shadow casting. I fixed this one. Well, alright. So I placed this one as well. And so now you get this nice illumination from this torch. Because basically I want the torch to be always useful and always benefit you, and to light more pyres and sconces, because it's really weird that in the game they had certain areas like No Man's Wharf where they had torch pyres all over the place, and then the gutter, obviously, and then there's just so many areas where they went and you don't get any, or you get very little, and it always felt odd to me. So I will be expanding that, which really happy with. And then I kind of altered the point light in here to reflect a little bit more of the spotlight that you're seeing from above there. Also I should mention, nothing in this video is using the lighting engine. I'm not using that currently, but I will always denote that if I am or not. And there's a reason for that, with lighting engine, technically we have a little bit more freedom with using the base DS2 rendering engine, because, and this has all been clued in by like trivia, in the way that how absolute darkness works, and we want those inky blacks, right? And that you really have to use your torch to survive, right? We do also want to fix the torch time issue, as I'm not really a huge fan of that mechanic. I think the torch is great, and I love how you light things and have to light your torch itself, but the actual, like, running out of torch time, I just think sucks ass. I just don't think that's cool, so I still need to figure out how to completely do away with that. But yeah, Forest of the Fallen Giants looks very snazzy. Little too bright here. This is all work in progress, so just... Trivia will kill me if I don't say that, but it is all work in progress, so don't take any of this as final product or anything. But yeah, oh my god, the player lantern changes are sick as fuck. It's so cool. I can't stop making like comparisons. Let's go back to Twitter for a second, because I found something out in the params that seemingly was either not publicized or just hasn't been shared. I'm sure someone else, probably has already found it, but just didn't share it. So basically, check out this video. So this is when I added a new torch pyre. It's going to look like dog shit. Yeah, it is. Okay, well, fine. Okay, let me rewind back. Okay, so this is a new torch pyre I added. I'm lighting my torch. I'm lighting the new torch pyre. You love to see it. Man, yeah, Twitter video, woof. That's some nasty shit. So everything's normal. You lit it. You love to see it. And then, magically, maybe, I forgot how long it takes. Oh, it turns off. So, I actually found something in the params. Because, interestingly, Lord Radai, who is actually the one who did the debug mode, is working on the debug mode for DS2, and really impressive work, and knows a lot of the mechanical things. Didn't seem aware of this, and so for me I was like, oh dang, did I actually find something? But basically it's in the map object torch param. It's a certain param that handles, you have to give that ID to a torch pyre or torch sconce, and there were 3 of them. There was 000 and then 001, 002 for each kind of like area. And weirdly, it's weird that I didn't know like what those meant, and I guess we can actually open up DS Map Studio real quick, because I'll show you what I'm talking about. Really interesting. Well, interesting for, modding goblins and weirdos and sickos. Okay. All right. Let's make sure I remember what I'm doing. Yeah, map object torch param. So I remember seeing these, and I never knew what it did. Also, old dark hole. Love to see it. And then Madura. It is Madura. That's right. Okay. And then gap sinus is actually things betwixt. I don't know why they call it gap sinus, but they do. Anyway, so yeah, there was 000, 001, 002. And I was like, so this I haven't quite figured out. It's the unknown 00, which there's 200 and then there's 456. I don't know what that means. But the torch duration was set to -1. I was like, well, okay. And then I saw, 002, which is torch duration 20. So what I thought it was going to do is add like 20 seconds or 20 minutes or whatever to my torch allotted time that I had. That did not happen. It ends up that that's actually how long the torch pyre is lit. And then it will turn off after that. So you can toggle it. And is that terribly useful? No, but it's cool. I don't know. I think you could make some challenge modes with it or something, or maybe you could do a puzzle that includes that. But it was something that I was like, oh my God, okay, I haven't seen that before. And so one of my ideas was like using it for, like if it was raining, I could basically set it to that and then they will turn off after a while. I thought that might be kind of cool. But other than that, I don't know how fucking useful that is. There's also some test ones down here. I don't get the 200 versus 456 for unknown 00. Yeah, the UNKs are when they are not known yet. They haven't been mapped out in DS Map Studio. So if I can figure out what that means, because weirdly there's only either 200 or 456. But I haven't really seen any noticeable like difference, I don't know what the 456 means. So that's kind of a lot of DS2 at the moment, because look how many params there are. This is just the regular params, and then there's the map params. It's bananas, dog. It's crazy. Criminal and deceased param. 0 unknown. Oh, send points retch. Hollowing level increase on death. Minimum. Wow, this looks cool. No idea what the fuck this is. There's a whole lot of weird shit in DS2. So there's a small look into that. But basically the North Star is pre-release footage, because it's fucking awesome looking. And DS2 obviously had that huge downgrade, right? And it's such a fucking shame, dude. It's crazy. And that's kind of that's the goal. If we can... Oh, no, actually. Hold on. I warped to the wrong place. I was going to apologize for how scattered this is, but y'all know what these fucking videos are by this point. That's what I've been making for ever since this channel exists. So that's the norm, actually. But let's go to Black Gulch, because this is where we have stripped out the... well, basically, I completely darkened the light map because it had a bunch of garbage in it, and then Trivia went into the filter and removed a lot of the baked in point lights and whatnot, not placed ones. Also, look at this fucking shadow, dude. But when you go out here, you've stripped all those out, stripped out the baked point lights. And this is what you still kind of can't do in DS2 Lighting Engine, but you can do it in the default engine. And this is not done yet, so we haven't placed all of the extra green point lights to really kind of, replace all the baked point lights. But there's one big green point light there, so you get the idea. Also, I placed a torch pyre there for funsies. But you'll get the sense of how dark this game can be now. And you get this really cool flashlight look because the player lantern has also been fixed. And so now it looks fucking awesome and not like just oddly blacked out, but still having illumination. I did a poll on Twitter, and most everyone was like, yeah, no, you should definitely emphasize torch usage and make the game darker, more like pre-release footage, because they're like, that is what the game was originally designed to kind of be, and then it got downgraded. But yeah, there will be more green point lights. I just wanted to show off basically how dark you can actually make this game. Also, you might realize they're shit in my ass. Okay, yeah, that guy, you homie, you were added from like the fucking DLC. So I don't like you, but you fit actually pretty well. Also, there's some scaffolding down here now. It's really cool. Hey, what's up, big dogs? Man, it looks fucking cool down here. Yeah, this is some extra stuff that Yozora added before they left the country, but they will be coming back and working more on the mod. And yeah, kind of a cool little scaffolding stuff. Certainly makes it easier to get down here, but hey, what's up, big dogs? Maybe I'll try to fight these guys. Well, okay. That didn't work out. That was bad. Anyway, I think that's enough for now. I'm back. I've been working on the mod while I've been sick because I don't just want to sit in bed, you know, and I'm feeling a lot better now. So thank you for all the kind messages, by the way. That was very nice. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, high five. If you want to support the mod directly, more directly, there is a link to Patreon in the description, and Coffee. You can donate that way as well. With Patreon, you at least get ad-free videos, and sometimes pictures of my cats, and sometimes screenshots. I don't post on Twitter, you know, just depends. But yeah, if you want to, there are methods. And yes, I also have added other options. Let me quickly go to that before I forget, because I'm bad and I do not remember to go to things. Yes, now there is a mouse pad option. The first orders have been shipped, and they should be arriving to people pretty soon. I sent one to my brother too. It was his birthday, so I ended up sending one. I'm gonna get this mug soon because it looks fucking awesome. But it is obviously, if you have not seen a previous video, it's actually a partnership with Pixel Haggle, a ridiculously talented pixel artist. So I commissioned to be able to use this on merchandise. And yeah, framed posters, canvas prints. And then this is just a portrait poster that you can actually, you know, frame yourself or just hang up. And then mugs and mouse pads and t-shirt. And basically, yeah, just it's a way to support the channel. Half of the profit goes to Pixel Haggle, the pixel artist. So if you'd like to support my modding and support the artist, you can buy this from the Shopify store, linked in the description. And yeah, it's cash money stuff. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.